Ewing, first time out, came into the paddock literally breathing fire. You know, he was a high energy horse. He has gotten a little bit more on it since they put the tack on him, but he is a bit more subdued than what he was first time out. So we saw him show great speed. Granted, he was not in the one hole per se, he was only in the two hole, but we'll see what he does today. Like I said, he's just a little bit more quiet than what he was in the first start, Michelle, but then again, he just could be getting more professional as well.
Thanks so much, Maggie, for great paddock observations. As per usual, good long look at Ewing right there on our screen.
And I like a long shot in the four-star Dave. We'll get to that a little bit later. I'm not putting obliteration completely. I like obliteration, but if Ewing takes a step forward, I think he can win this race. So I'm going to use both 1, 3, 4, 5, 10 in the next. If you go to race number 6, I'm going to center my ticket around that horse. Immaculate Moon for all you Pokemon players. Hopefully you have a...
People come up to me all the time saying how excited they are to see that on Instagram, Twitter, all of the social channels.
Ewing kicks off our post parade here for the Saratoga Special.
He
Doesn't have to search for it. He's just naturally into that motion. That was really nice.
Yeah.
I will say though, we see now, we get the hindsight is 2020, right? What have these horses beat is the big question.
Well, of course, yeah.
And then we see Flinging It Back didn't really run all that fantastic. We just saw it. Ewing, while he earned that 88 buyer speed.
And in. And they're off in the Saratoga Special. An obliteration once again flies out of the gate. Ewing was off a step slowly, but he's made up that ground in a hurry, and suddenly Ewing is in front. And he has opened up 2 lengths on obliteration. It's another 2 back to Thunderchuck. Camagal at the back, single file to the half-mile pole. And it's Ewing and Jose Ortiz leading by 2, tracked by obliteration. These 2 have pulled clear of Thunderchuck. Camagal moves through along the inside. 22-1 for Ewing, who rounds the far turn in front of obliteration. Obliteration called on now within 3/4 of a length of Ewing. These 2 now 6 lengths clear of Camagal and Thunderchuck. Match race at the quarter pole. Ewing on the inside and obliteration. Stride for stride through a half in 45-2, and Ewing maintains the lead coming to the 8th pole. He's 2 in front of obliteration and still running powerfully. Obliteration trying his best. Ewing coming to the 16th pole, a length and a half in front. Obliteration still second. Ewing by 2 lengths close to home, and what a spectacular display from Ewing, who beats obliteration in the Saratoga Special. He is special indeed.
There.
It does, and it's one of those races where the problem that I kind of have with this horse is he loves Gulfstream Park, and he does really well there. And while he obviously sports a dominant win here, it was against a group that I feel is of lesser quality than the one lined up here this year. He's going to have to bring his best, and as Paul had mentioned it, when he...
And they're off in the 98th running of the Whitney. And Fierceness did break very alertly, but Mama's Gold is sprinting up to take the early lead. On the inside, Highland Falls comes away in second. Fierceness in the clear, just in front of White Abarrio. And on the outside of them, Contrary Thinking is moving up to ensure an even faster pace. It's another 2 back to Skippy Longstocking, who's well off them this afternoon. Post Time, Disarm, and Sierra Leone. 23-4 for these 2 long shots. Contrary Thinking on the outside, and Mama's Gold. They've pulled 8 lengths clear. Hall of Famer John Velasquez has Fierceness getting a beautiful trip in third, and White Abarrio a length behind him, as is Highland Falls down at the rail. Post Time, Skippy Longstocking next to one another. Disarm is going for an early bid, hugging the rail, and Sierra Leone continues to amble along at the back through a half in 47 seconds flat. Mama's Gold opens up a few now on Contrary Thinking, who is dropping back now on the outside. Moving into contention is Fierceness after a huge early bid from Skippy Longstocking. That was a sudden move. He went to battle. Fierceness takes control, though, and moves right by him. And Sierra Leone is starting to rev up. He is right behind White Abarrio as the field turns for home. Fierceness is the one to catch. He has a 3-length lead. Sierra Leone down the center of the track is coming with powerful strides, and Highland Falls is in there too. But it's Sierra Leone who takes the lead from last to first. Highland Falls trying his best. Sierra Leone has won the Whitney.